Tassie devils are a very misunderstood species. A lot of people think they are those vicious animals that would just attack you, which they're absolutely not, especially ours here at the zoo. We just love them so much. They are very, very cute.
My name's Tiara.
My name is Lisa. We are trying some enrichment ideas for our animals, but this in particular is going to be for our devils, for some little balance training and some food rewards on the way.
Yeah. We make enrichment for our animals for multiple reasons. We want them to have the happiest life possible. Giving them lots of stimulation, it is good for their mental health, it's good for their physical health. Instead of just handing them their lovely food, they get to really work for it, use those same muscles that they would be foraging out in the wild.
Tiara and I became really good at just looking at a certain item and coming up with random ideas.
So this is going to sit on the side with holes in it, and then there's going to be this old repurposed broom handle going through the middle to be able to rotate with the seesaw.
Thanks. Oh no! You have to measure the inside. Did you measure the outside?
18 centimeters on the dot. Let's try it.
We want to kind of encourage them to climb to their food, use their muscles, and also just use their sense of smell to figure out they actually have to go up the ramp. Whoa!
Yay!
Yay!
So we brought out some of his favourite food this morning and we encouraged him up onto the seesaw with his target stick. So once he touches his little nose to the end of the stick, he gets a whistle to tell him that he's done exactly the right thing, and then he gets a little food reward to encourage that as well. But once he was on there, he really just took off. Super confident, he didn't need to follow the stick anymore. He was just pretty excited to get that food. And the seesaw is really cool for him because it encourages him to use his amazing climbing ability. Tasmanian devils are super good climbers. They've got really dexterous little hands, and you may see that when he picks up his little pieces of food. So it is a bit of a natural behaviour for him, but extra special to get him up onto something that we've made for him.